can never achieve true freedom until you understand this. Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche. We need deep psychology. We need a better understanding of human nature, because the greatest danger that exists is the human being itself. Have you ever considered that perhaps you are not who you think you are? The thoughts you have, the decisions you make, the desires you feel, may not even be your own. Imagine I tell you that there is a hidden power within you, silent, deep, dark, that guides every moment of your life, and you are not even aware of it. No, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is psychology. And if you want to know what is truly happening in your mind, its name is Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche. Tell us how this video is affecting your thinking or your life. Your feedback will help us create even better content. Leave your thoughts in the comments and connect with memorable stories so that each new video can bring positive change to your life. Are you tired of repeatedly making the same mistakes? Do you harm yourself in relationships or feel that something is holding you back, pulling you down, even though everything seems normal? It might be your shadow, latent archetypes, or the collective unconscious demanding attention. But what are these really? And why should you care? Ignoring your psychological aspects is like walking through a minefield blindfolded. You will get hurt, repeat patterns, feel pain, and worst of all, call it misfortune or destiny. Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was not just a psychologist. He was a cartographer of the human soul. He explored the deepest corners of the mind where no one else dared to go. And what he discovered can completely transform your self-awareness. This video is not a biography, nor a summary. It is a mirror. I will show you what you have been avoiding seeing for years. But be careful. Once you understand Nietzsche's ideas, there is no turning back. You will start seeing what was previously hidden. Recognize the deviant within yourself, and perhaps for the first time, understand that your greatest enemy is not outside, but within. The good news is that this enemy can become your greatest ally, but only if you have the courage. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and prepare yourself, because this, without exaggeration, is the explanation about Nietzsche you truly want to hear. And after this, you will never see yourself the same way again. Nietzsche explained that the human mind contains a layer that is not individual but collective, a deep ocean containing symbols, images, and forces that shape our lives, whether we are aware of it or not. Next, we enter this mysterious place that Nietzsche called the collective unconscious, and you will realize that there are more people inside you than you ever imagined. Most people think their thoughts, feelings, and fears are only their own, that what happens in the mind is only a result of personal experiences, childhood, culture, and memories. But Nietzsche challenged this notion. He revealed that there is a deep, ancient, and powerful layer in the psyche, which is not yours yet still affects you. He called it the collective unconscious. Imagine your mind as a small island. Everything you have lived, your memories, traumas, stories, exists on this island. But beneath it lies a hidden, dark sea, common to all humans, where symbols, Images and patterns accumulated over thousands of years swim. These ancient stories, fundamental archetypes, and forces existed before your existence and continue to shape the way you think, love, and feel today. The collective unconscious is not merely a poetic metaphor. It is a psychological reality that appears in dreams, myths, religions, films, and centuries-old stories. This is why different civilizations at different times created similar stories: heroes, sages, demons, journeys, and redemption. These stories are not cultural inventions, but reflections of the fundamental structure of the human soul. Nietzsche believed that behind every human behavior, there is an archetype. When you feel the fear of abandonment, you are touching an ancient archetype. When you have a deep need for connection, a desire to find meaning, or a drive to transcend yourself, you are guided by forces present since the dawn of humanity. This is why ignoring the collective unconscious is like ignoring gravity. Nietzsche highlighted the layered reality of the human mind, showing that our behaviors and emotions are not limited to personal experiences. There exists a deep, ancient, and powerful layer hidden within each individual, yet part of all humanity. This layer appears in dreams, stories, and culture, and continues to influence every thought and action you take today. When you observe your thoughts and emotions carefully, you see that some feelings and reactions are far older than your personal experiences. These are the archetypes that have existed in human consciousness for centuries, maintaining their presence within you. These forces sometimes appear as empathy, passion, fear, or anxiety. Imagine your consciousness as a small island, while beneath it lies a vast, dark, collective sea, made up of every human story, fear, and memory. This is the same collective unconscious that Nietzsche sought to understand. Every archetype, symbol, and story exists to guide your consciousness and unconscious. Once you understand this truth, relationships, fears, love, and dream interpretation change. You see that the deviant within you is neither an enemy nor merely a dark force. It is a guide leading you from the depths of yourself toward light. Understanding the collective unconscious reveals that humans are not merely collections of personal experiences, but part of a vast, historical, and psychological current. What you feel is not solely yours. It is also a reflection of the human experience. Nietzsche had the courage to understand, and that only by recognizing these ancient forces can humans achieve true freedom. Ultimately, it is the moment of facing yourself. Your greatest enemy is not external, but the hidden powers and fears within. Yet these very forces can become your greatest ally if you recognize and accept them. So pause for a moment, look within, and confront your reality. This is the true purpose of Nietzsche's insight, and this is the light that can change your life. These dreams do not appear by mere coincidence. They are fragments of your psyche, pieces of your soul coming to the surface. Each symbol contains an energy, a function. For example, a house may represent your inner self. A snake can signify transformation. A ladder may point toward spiritual ascent, or the depths of the unconscious, depending on its direction. A mirror may reflect the shadow you shy away from seeing. Understanding this language is like learning an ancient language, a language your soul speaks. According to Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche, the more we ignore the symbols in our dreams, the further we drift from our true selves. When we stray from the center of our soul, we get lost. We enter crises, plagued by anxiety, depression, and confusion. We lose guidance because our connection to the inner compass is broken. Dreams are that compass, and ignoring them is like wandering through a maze blindfolded. Do you want to know who you really are? Do you want to understand why certain patterns attract you, why some obstacles feel present, why some fears reside within you? Watch your dreams. Write them down. Reflect on them. Face your symbols, because the answers hidden within them are beyond your conscious mind. But dreams are not the only means. There is something even more powerful: archetypes. These are the hidden characters residing within you, the true directors of your life's theater. In the next section, we will see who these archetypes are and how they shape your emotions, decisions, and relationships. Even when you think you are fully in control, have you ever noticed yourself acting strangely, as if you were not yourself? Have you felt that you keep repeating patterns whose origins you do not know? Or that you are constantly drawn to the same people, pains, or stories? Nietzsche understood why this happens. Hidden forces reside within you, true psychological characters that not only influence your decisions, but shape the very stage of your life. Nietzsche identified several archetypes. For example, the hero is the force that strives to overcome challenges, seeking great deeds. The sage is the one in pursuit of knowledge, insight, and truth. The shadow reveals everything suppressed or denied. The anima and animus represent feminine energies in men and masculine energies in women, and integrating them brings forth the complete human being. These archetypes are not mere ideas. They are energies. When an archetype dominates the psyche, it takes over the guidance of your consciousness and affects your life without permission. That is why sometimes you act like someone else. Similarly, some relationships pull you into dynamics that feel like pre-written scripts. You live under the command of an active archetype. Those who try to save everyone, even harming themselves, are often under the influence of the hero archetype. Those who constantly seek approval and fear rejection may be trapped in the wounded child archetype. Those drawn to chaos and destruction live under the influence of the unintegrated shadow. But these archetypes are not enemies. When unconscious, they may limit you, and when recognized, they empower you. They are keys, doors. When you understand who is speaking within you, you begin to take control of the story of your life. You must be conscious. You must learn how the inner voices, symbolic patterns, and mythic forces are embedded in your relationships, reactions, and desires. Only then will you stop playing roles and become the creator of your own story. In today's information age, we have never been more lost. Despite everything being constantly available, we feel scattered and exhausted. Modernity promised freedom, but it also created anxiety. It promised connection, but left us in empty comparisons. Amid this noise, a silent question echoes within every human being. Who am I really? This is the moment when Nietzsche's insight becomes most essential. Nietzsche did not offer formulas or shortcuts. He did not promise success through a happiness pill or positive thinking. What he offered was more powerful. A path back to the soul, a route that reconnects forgotten, suppressed, or distorted parts. In a society exhausted by productivity, pretense, and obsession with performance. He predicted the decline of identity and saw how modern humans would become lost in the persona, the social mask we wear for acceptance, praise, and advancement. If we ignore the shadow, we become slaves to the forces we deny. If we reject our dreams, we cut the bridge to the unconscious. If we ignore archetypes, we lose the map to our own being. Today, it feels as if Nietzsche is speaking directly. People who feel empty despite achievements. Relationships that are shallow and wasting away. Young individuals going through existential crises. Anxiety, depression, and issues that medications can control but not understand. Modern life has taught us to survive only on the surface. But the soul will not tolerate being ignored for long. When it screams, it does not ask for likes. It seeks meaning, depth, and integration. Nietzsche was not a healer of peaceful times. He was a guide when everything was falling apart in times like today. When the outer world becomes meaningless, status, success, control, it is essential to turn inward. This inner journey is frightening because with light comes fear, trauma, masks, and painful truths. But here also lies what no one else can give: your true self. You cannot fix your life with shortcuts. But if you have the courage to face yourself, remove the illusions, and step into Nietzsche's process of inner transformation, there is hope. This video exists for that reason, to remind you that there is a path, that your pain has meaning, that you are not broken, only scattered, and that you can rebuild yourself. In practice, what does this mean? How do you begin this journey? How do you move from theory to real change? In the next and final part, we will complete this dive and show why this video could be the turning point for your soul you have been waiting for. You have spent your life meeting social expectations, protecting yourself, and seeking acceptance. You pretended to be strong when you were broken. You hid your inner pain and at times forgot your true self. You forgot your being, mystery, creative chaos, and soul. But now something has started to awaken, and it is no coincidence that you are here. According to Nietzsche, nothing happens by chance. Even the most unexpected encounters are the unconscious trying to show you something. This video may also be that call. Stop running, stop lying to yourself, leave the surface, and dive into the depths of your psyche. Learning from Nietzsche is not easy, but it is liberating. When you realize that you're not broken, but in the unconscious, you gain power. The power to change, integrate, and heal. You do not need to understand everything immediately. You do not need to solve every dream or recognize every archetype. But the first step is essential. The step of truth. It is enough to stop living automatically, to stop denying your pain, to stop being a prisoner of your surface self. Now everything changes because now you know, and what has been seen cannot be ignored. If this video awakened something within you, comment and share what affected you the most. What part of your shadow is most important to acknowledge? Expressing it, even in words, creates light. And this is the beginning of freedom. These forces are called archetypes, universal structures of the psyche. They are not learned ideas, but ancient patterns that have been with you since birth. They are as old as human history, reside in the collective unconscious, and act as internal models shaping behavior, emotions, and personal stories. Tell us how this video is affecting your thinking or your life. Your feedback will help us create even better content. Leave your thoughts in the comments and connect with memorable stories so that each new video can bring positive change to your life.